are there factors?
Yeah, so there has to be good memeability.
Today we have a twist on crypto and NFTs. We're gonna talk all things meme coins, and I brought in a special guest. Dr. Keith is a physician in his real-time job. We all say in crypto, what is your IRL job and what is your crypto job? But Keith is all into meme coins right now. He has been involved in crypto since 2017. We're going to talk about his strategies. Over the last 6 months, he has seen some incredible gains with Solana meme coins. So I decided to bring him on to really get a sense of what are meme coins, how can we start getting in on them, because the hype and the profits are extraordinary. Okay, let's bring on Keith. Hi, Keith. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, thank you for having me. So excited to be on here.
I don't really play in the meme coin streets, but I did hear that you are and you have. And, right now meme coins seem to be just popping off. There's like Pepe that was at like 700% yesterday. So maybe, to start off, why don't you tell us more about you? And I do want to stress, for those who are watching, obviously this is not financial advice, but I do think it's important to be talking about meme coins because they're truly taking over. So Keith, maybe to start off, tell us a little about your journey into meme coins.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. And I was like you up until this past year. I got into crypto in 2017 and was just doing spot trading. And then when 2021 rolled around, got into NFTs and that realm. And then when the bull cycle started to pick up in the past few months, I noticed a trend on Solana and slowly shifted away from NFTs and dove real deep into the culture of meme coins and was really surprised to see that there's many similarities between the NFT communities and the meme communities. And so I think it's wise of you to check this out as well, because I think there's a role for it in the future. Tell
us a little about, the factors that drive the value of a meme coin. Obviously there's buzz and hype like Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, right? To name like the first two that come to mind. What are the factors that you think truly drive the value of a meme coin? Curious about crypto or NFTs, but you do not want to get too technical. I'm your girl. My name is Melina. I am the founder behind Girl in the Verse, where we are hoping to make crypto fun and simple this year. My main mission and goal is to empower 10,000 women onto crypto and NFTs. And how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to start by educating them. Let's take this moment to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I definitely think that they have to be funny. Are they making you laugh? Do you see yourself being able to make memes off of this, pictures, video, content? And then you got to look at, are the developers somebody that has launched something in the past that's been successful? Are developers anon, or are they doxed? Are they transparent with how they're allocating the coins? Are they talking about treasuries? And how is the community acting on Telegram, X, Discord? Are they coming up with consistent content? Are there influencers involved? Are the posts that they're talking about seem like they're open and not malignant or segregating in any way? And I think that if you see them start hosting Twitter spaces, you get a real flavor of the project and what avenue they're planning to take.
Are there any specific meme coins that have caught your eye this time around?
Yeah, I was a Ethereum maxi, and I noticed this coin called Myro that was popping up on my Twitter, and it was the founder of Solana, Raj Gokhal's dog. And I decided I didn't get on Doge, I didn't get on Shib. I kind of didn't take memes seriously at the time, but it just something that stuck out to me with how the color content was and how they were marketing it. And so I had an existing Phantom wallet from NFT trading on Solana in the past, and I purchased it and was really surprised to start seeing the conversations that were going on in Telegram, because historically I was so used to using Discord. I discovered this Telegram, and it has these things where it tells you the price, and it has all these little things that you could see about what's going on in the community. And it opened up my eyes to this whole realm besides just buying a coin to pump it up, but actually seeing how things build in the background, and how there's a very eerily similar to how NFT communities were created.
So which ones are you looking at right now? So you mentioned Myro, and obviously, I mentioned it in the intro. We're talking about the meme coins right now in 2024. It's March, right? So, whenever you're going to watch this video, this is a very specific time. So, Keith, which ones are you looking at right now? And maybe tell us, what do you look for when you're looking for a meme coin? Like, what does it take for you to say, I'm going to put some money in there?
Yeah, so I think the first step you have to take is see what layer one chain you feel has the most upside. And for me, I felt Solana had the same potential that Ethereum had in this 2021 cycle. And the reason being is the mobile experience that I had on it. It was lightning fast, cheap, and it just seemed like everything that I was missing out on using MetaMask and dealing with Ethereum. And I love Bitcoin, I love Ethereum, so this is not a knock to that. I think that all these layer ones will exist in harmony in the future. But I just feel right now the time is moving towards this instant transactions where you could get a global audience in. So with these prior chains, you couldn't really utilize buying things because of the gas fees. But with this now, you could do it for pennies on the dollar. And so I chose to focus in on Solana. And the first one that I got involved in was Myro. And shortly after, there was a coin called WIF, and that's now ranked number 2 and right behind Bonk. And so those are the 3 big ones that I would say have established themselves as the blue chip memes on Solana. When I say blue chip, I say that they reached at least 100 million market cap, and they're sustaining above that price point. But there are some other ones that I've been involved with the community. One is called Silly Dragon. It's the year of the dragon, and they have a lot of people on their team that are related to the Solana ecosystem. So those are the ones that I've been really focusing on now. I think that they're not as risky now since they've established themselves over the past 4 months. I do have altcoins or meme coins on Ethereum as well. I think Pepe and Floki are going to do very well. Even Polygon, I have coins called Ellie and Wooly. How I research those, like you said, I started by looking at this application called Birdeye, and it does a great job of aggregating all the coins on the market and tells you their market caps and tells you if they're selling off or if they're gaining. And so I usually do a daily checkup on that to see where all my coins are standing.
Okay, so let's say Keith wakes up in the morning. The first thing he's checking, maybe after an X space or before an X space, you are looking at this app called Birdeye. Is that it? And then you're looking at the market cap. And what does that mean, the market cap? We always hear about the market cap.
Yeah, so I mean, after I've probably been woken up many times by my children overnight and had a few cups of coffee, then I start looking at my phone. And Birdeye is nice because it shows you whatever coins you have saved quickly. And your question about market cap, that refers to the global amount of coins that were bought for that specific project. And so initially when a coin is launched, it has to build momentum. And so I'll take Myro again. For instance, I got in the first few days, it had a $4 million market cap. That meant $4 million was transacted. And as the popularity of a coin grows, the market cap from the demand is going to go up. And so when you start to see the market cap rise to high levels like Doge and Shib do, that makes them a more established project. And one of the things that really drew me to the meme coins this cycle was that Doge had a $80 billion market cap at its peak, and Shib had a $40 billion market cap at its peak. And so you're always thinking in the back of your head that there's room for other coins that can grow to these sizes. And if you're able to get in early enough and the project scales, that you'll have a certain X multiple of your initial investment.
How do you know when to buy in? Because you said, okay, Floki or Myro, you were saying that's a pretty early one. Do you get notifications? Are you constantly on this app and you're looking at the market caps, or like how does it catch your attention?
Yeah, great question. And so first you have to ask yourself, what's your risk tolerance? And you have to have expectation management. And so when you're going to start investing in these coins, figure out a certain amount of money that you're able to have that you could potentially lose. And I think you have to gauge what part of the bull cycle we're in, because all altcoins follow Bitcoin. And we all know the halving's coming up on April 20th. So when I got involved a few months back, I knew it was early in the season. And so if I picked the right seeds, that I'd see these trees grow. And so I chose to pick these three that I thought were very active on X. I would research their Twitter accounts. I would research their websites, what their white papers are, what their roadmaps are, what the Twitter spaces and how their sentiment was. And the ones that seemed like they were professional, legitimate, were the ones that would stick on. I didn't initially get into the meme coins and start just spraying and paying. Spray and pray, which is the strategy where you just invest in 10 at a time and then hope that one hits. But there's all different ways you could approach it. I think right now we're almost at that 30, 40% mark of the Bitcoin bull market. And so I think it's better to be on the safe side of picking the ones that are already kind of proven themselves. But there are new ones that pop up all the time. Like right now, there's a ton of political meme coins that just popped off that are doing really well. And so there is money to be made in those as they come out. But I'm choosing to be a little bit more safe now with picking the ones that have somewhat established themselves.
There's a part of me that's like, I don't know that I want to spend even just $50 on this, even though it could 600x, because I get nervous. So have you at this point taken out, like, taken some profits and then regretted it? Like, because that's always like the strategy now. It's like, okay, so I put it in, it's 600x. Do I take the profits or do I wait till it pumps again?
Yeah, I mean, it's an emotional journey and we're all the same. I have the same sentiment as you. And it comes down to that expectation management. And so for me, I like one of the missing pieces that I didn't know about was that with NFTs, you always have to worry about somebody demanding that NFT. And so there's times where the market's going to go dry and then you have this NFT that you're just putting in your hidden storage because you can't sell it anymore. And the beautiful thing about these meme coins is that you can see the liquidity on a daily basis when you're looking at Deck Screener or Birdeye. And so you know when a project you could get in and out of in dollar cost average. And so a cool tool that the Jupiter exchange specifically on Solana does now is you can set dollar cost averages in and out of products, in and out of projects. So if you bought in at $100 and your goal is to make that 2x, you can set a dollar cost average out when that goal hits. You could set a limit order to sell at those price points. And so if you are an emotional investor and you don't want to deal with the roller coasters, then you just do that strategy. With me, I was doing well. And so what I was doing is finding the ones that I thought were also doing well and then putting in my investments into those. And so I'm gauging this as I think Solana may hit $500, $600 during this cycle. And so I'm trying to pick out the projects that I think will do a higher multiple than just keeping my money in Solana. And if I feel the projects are not doing well, then I'll just convert them back to Solana as my layer one, which I plan to sell when the cycle hits its peak.
Wow, I'm learning so much. It's very interesting because this is very different than, let's say, your typical buyer into Bitcoin or Ethereum, right? Like meme coins are just another thing, another layer to this whole crypto universe. How do you stay informed about the latest developments and trends? Again, is it always looking at these apps on a daily, checking the Twitter? Like, what is it that's making you stay ahead of the trends?
So I think it's forming a good network. I was lucky to befriend a lot of people in some of these projects early on, and that's where you could identify them in Telegram, on X, on Reddit. And if you could get 3 to 4 people that are trustworthy, that invest in the same things as you, then you could kind of help each other out trying to find the next positive meme on the cycle. And so that's some big advice. And the other thing I thought was super impressive this time around too, that I don't think many people are aware of, is when you're utilizing things like Phantom Wallet on your mobile, you can now put in money to these meme tokens and not have to deal with centralized exchanges. And so I view memes now as this on-ramp into the ecosystem. So sure, it's a funny meme, but at the same time, it gives people this user experience that they weren't aware of. And then it opens up this whole realm that they didn't even know existed. And so that's when they start to dabble in some of the other things on the network and not just dealing with a meme coin, for instance.
What would you say are some of the warning signs that might indicate that a meme coin is risky?
Amazing question. And the liquidity is super important. So if you see a project doesn't have high liquidity, you're not going to be able to exit and sell out of that project. And so I always analyze to see that there's a healthy amount of liquidity for a project. And if you start to see that dropping rapidly, that could indicate that you're in a rug. You also want to evaluate, is the websites and Twitter that is associated with the project, are they organized? Is there spelling errors? Does it seem like it's a copy and paste project from another layer one? There's a lot of duplicate, Ethereum projects that then get launched on Solana. And so I try to stay away from, there's hundreds of coins that are launched every day. And I think early on, a lot of people are enticed to go that route and try to make that 100x as quickly as possible. But I think that if you get burnt a few times, then you're just going to have this ill feeling towards the market and you'll leave. And so I think getting involved in some of these more established projects at first, and then maybe only taking 10% of your profits and putting them into these more risky plays.
We always hear, right? Some people become millionaires because they put in a lot of money into these meme coins. Is it realistic to expect to become a millionaire by investing, let's say, just $50 in a meme coin?
It is possible. And those are those unicorn experiences. And so I wouldn't say that they're the norm, that the bulk of people actually end up losing money. But if you do enter on projects very early, let's just say on launch day, day one, that can happen. With that said, I do know people that have not put a significant amount of money, but in the thousands of dollars that had become millionaires in the past 4 months. And so I don't want to act as if that doesn't happen. It does. I think that's the allure to the whole meme coin market. But I think with this global audience now, people underestimate the amount of capital that could come into these markets now, especially with things being done on mobile like they've never been done before.
Obviously, like I said before, this is not financial advice. But if people do want to start learning more about meme coins, where do you recommend they start? I mean, people always say, well, start on X, but what would you say? What are the tools that you would recommend people use?
Yeah, and the complex thing is that everything is done on Twitter for the most part, unfortunately. That's why we have this whole crypto Twitter narrative. But I really think finding influential people like yourself, if I wanted to learn about NFTs, marketing, I would go to yours. You have an amazing site. I really like your recent Binance perfume commercial. It shows your impressive marketing skills for perfumes. And if it existed, I would buy some for my wife. But no, I think if you find people, and I'm happy, and that's why I jumped on this podcast with you, my DMs are always open and I'm happy to direct you to people. But I think finding quality people that are willing to open up and tell you what they've learned. I have several in my communities that I've kind of developed. And so I'd be happy to kind of show you the ropes. But I think the two things would be, if you find a project you're interested in, go to their main Twitter page. They usually have a Telegram Discord. You go to that and then just silently watch the conversation, see if it's just about price action or if people are actually doing genuine things to support the project. Are they coming up with ways to create revenue for the project so it's sustainable? Do people seem like they're having great vibes? Your vibe is your tribe. So you want to get to things that you actually feel good about, because at the end of the day, this is about having fun and also making money. And so I feel that those are the things you should be looking for that are noteworthy.
That was great, Keith. Like I said before, this is not financial advice, but meme coins are popping off. Get involved, start doing your research. And I always say, whether it comes to whether it's for Bitcoin, Ethereum, these meme coins, only put in what you can afford to lose. We cannot stress that enough. I think Keith agrees with me here. Just put in what you think you could afford to lose. It's almost like put it in, set it, forget it, and then see what happens. Thank you, Keith, so much for giving us this intro to meme coins and also giving us a bit your strategy into how you're doing this and how you're playing this meme coin game this time around in 2024, right? March 2024. Let's see what happens. Let's just have some fun with meme coins. Comment down below the meme coins you're currently looking at. You know, let's get this video popping up on YouTube. This not only helps me, you know, the creator, but it also helps amplify Girl in the Verse as a platform so I can bring on bigger and better guests. Keith, I always tell people, Keith and I will never reach out to you. We will never DM you. We will never tell you what to buy, right? We're not about that world. If that happens to you, it's most likely a bot. So please be careful. I will be putting all the appropriate links down below. As always, come find us on social media, specifically Twitter, why not X? And we'll see you in the next episode of Girl in the Verse. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.